All right. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. And when I say you've all, I mean like probably like a couple people have been waiting for the return to Minecraft. In the form of Minecraft Dungeons. Minecraft Dungeons is currently not available in your account. I know why. It took me a minute. I changed some informations. I understand now. Okay. Let me fix this up. Be right with you, chat. Okay.
So, in order to play this game, I need to enter my gamer fuel code, scan the UPC barcode.
I just realized I have to exit the stream for a minute, chat. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I have to get game capture back. Sorry, be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is Minecraft Dungeon. And you may ask, why am I playing this game? And the answer is they gave me a code for it. And they didn't specifically say thank us every 20 minutes. They just gave it to me. Stream it or not, have fun. Which was really nice! So, I checked it out for about a half hour. And I wasn't really excited for this game. Just because it looked like Baby Diablo, and I can, you know, give or take. I don't really need Baby Diablo in my life. That's my character, by the way. It's like, I don't know why I have this dude, but I like him. I have this armor. Is there a way to hide your armor? Because I like my original default outfit. Is there a way to, like, cosmetically... Alright, so I was not sure I wanted to stream this. Because the truth is, I didn't really... the first time I played, I was a little bored. But it got better. It's exactly what you think it is, chat. It's Diablo Light. Very simple. There's gear, there's armor, there's some specials here. There's a donkey in the pool here. There's a fishing rod. It's got Minecraft music and sound effects. It's got all the Minecraft, which I never thought was all that appealing visually. It's just done because, you know, a game like this has to be, like, resource smart. So it's a better looking Minecraft because it's got better lighting and stuff. So I said, fuck it, I'll stream it. Why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Consider this like a quick look. You know, like a little bit of a mini first impression kind of thing. Evocation robe. This is, artifact cooldown and move speed aura. Let's see. Oh, cool. Oh, now I look like Vivi. This has better weapon stuff. Health potions heal nearby allies. Very simple, as you can see. It's got very simple, like, stuff. You can enchant weapons, I noticed. Or armor. So I did Creepy Crypt, I think. Creeper... No, I didn't do Creepy Crypt. That was like a... Let's see. This is recommended power 4. Your power is 4. We could do Swamp. The Mines. We could do a couple tonight, I think. View next is Creepy Crypt. Gear drops, sword, unknown, unknown, hunter armor. I guess I didn't finish the Creepy Crypt. It does have alliterative names, yes. Cacti Canyon, of course it does. This is a good game for beginners to a genre like this. Like, if you're not familiar with Diablo and you're Bab, I think it works well for that, but I've also been told that later on in the game, it's not a very long game, but later on in the game, it gets a little crazy, and it can get difficult, so it's not full Bab, but I don't know. So here's the Creepy Crypt. So that's your currency. So you have a bow at all times, as far as I can tell, which is your right click. And you can power it up, like, with a rocket and stuff. Enemies drop loot, they give you experience, they give you money, and of course, sometimes you get, wait, no, I said that. You get loot, yeah. So I have an effect on my bow right now where every third shot does piercing. When you level up, from what I can tell, when you level up, you get these points, and you can spend them however you want. Different weapons have, like, different abilities, so I unlocked for this one, piercing. And you can double upgrade it. Every second arrow will do piercing instead of every third. You can get better bows, you're not stuck to the default bow. Okay. I think I just found some level 10 hunter's armor, let's see. Are there microtransactions? I don't know. Does anyone know if there are? Plus 10 arrows per bundle, plus 30 range damage. Hunter's armor may not be the fanciest gear, but it will stop a blade. There's none. Tab. Oh, cool. Thank you. I will say Microsoft has been very generous with the keys lately. Like, I didn't even ask for this. This or Sea of Thieves, really. I think, it's just... they're sending them out to people. I didn't ask for this. Oh man. But, if anything though, I try to be as, like... I like dungeon crawlers. One of my favorites, aside from Diablo, is like Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 2. Those games, very good. Champions of Norath. But again, I need a little bit more. You know, I can't just have, like, a couple... I need, like, a lot to engage me for games like this. Which is why I was so hesitant. Did you ever play Path of Exile? Weirdly enough, no. So while I'm a fan of the genre, to some extent, like, I don't play, I didn't play PoE, I didn't play Wolcen. There's a lot I didn't play. Weirdly enough, though, I did play a lot of Dungeon Siege, which was just like a watered-down 3D version of Diablo. But not fully watered down. I thought that was a pretty decent game. I played Torchlight. PoE has a massive learning curve. Then it's the best game of its kind after that. Oh wow. Okay, that's a bold statement. Not the first person to say something like that. And Dave said he'll give me a rundown on PoE if I need it. Thank you. I might... I'm not sure I'd actually, like, get into it, but I might take a look at it. So this is, okay. You can salvage certain things, too, like... So you just get money. It's just easy. Like, Bab easy. You know? But you might find a level 4 sword that has really good enchantments. Like common, you know, like you might find an uncommon enchantment. So, it's worth... From what I can tell, it's worth checking out. Pickaxe has been the iconic tool of adventures and heroes for as long as anyone can remember. This has got 23 melee damage. Just a flat 23. And it's got, your attacks decrease the attack damage while nearby enemies. Deal increased damage against already wounded enemies. Alright, so throw that on there. PoE has the same issues Diablo does. People only shill it because D3 was disappointing, in quotation marks, but it's not that much better. It's much harder to get into. Uh-oh. Chat fight, chat fight! Chat fight. I liked Diablo 3. There, I said it. I didn't like it as much as I liked D2. I had my issues with it, especially early on, but, you know, I played it. I got 100 and something hours in it, maybe more. It got better. By the time the expansion came out, I was much more on board with it. It's a fucking real-time money, or was it the real money auction house? That was kind of a nightmare for that game. That ruined actually, that completely fucked the the greed fucked the economy and made that game a nightmare. I remember following, like, all of the, you know, the stuff that was going on with the development, and then, like, the game comes out, then, like, all the retractions, and, like, oh, we're gonna redo this. It eventually ended up becoming pretty good, and also apparently the Switch version is very good. But, you know, I played through all of Diablo 3 many, many times. And there was a certain point where, as much as I enjoyed it, I just didn't feel like I needed to come back to it. That said, Diablo 2, I could come back to almost any time and still have fun with it. For some reason, Diablo 2 just has this quality. Maybe it's the gear. Maybe it's the way stuff drops. Maybe it's the prefixes and suffixes. Maybe everything, like, your class builds just feel more meaningful in D2. Diablo 2 and the atmosphere of Diablo 2 just is a timeless game for me that I love, whereas Diablo 3 is a good game. It's a good game! The story's absolute garbage in D3. I didn't like it. I thought it was sufficient. I was like, alright, that's fine, but didn't really, I remember it didn't blow me away like D2 did. The expansion made it better. Yeah, well, again, that's the cool thing about what they did. Eventually, they righted the ship a little bit more, but I feel like they were like, hey, why would we make more content for Diablo 3 when we could make 8 more expansions for World of Warcraft? No, instead, on the anniversary of Diablo, we will give the players the Necromancer, which is nice, but it's like, god damn it. So this bow is level 5, and I have the piercing on it. This bow, however, has piercing and punch. It seems like punch boosts arrows pushback. Oh, this has, this is unique because I have big arrows with this one. This music really needs to stop. Holy fuck, chat. What is going on with the music? The fishing rod allows you to, like, pull enemies in from far away. And it sounds like a Diablo 2 item, or a spell. It's kind of cool. Like, it goes brrr. Brrr. I just want to know who approved this music. There's an art to video game music where you can listen to it for like an hour and it shouldn't get old, especially for a grindy game like this. You know, again, here's what I'll say about this game. It looks like Minecraft. It is, it's got the look, and if you're a giant fucking fan of Minecraft, it sure looks like Minecraft. Maybe it even, like, expands the world a little bit. Maybe if we ever get a Minecraft 2, they'll take some of these pieces of armor and lore and enemies and put them in there. Vinny, have you tried any more PSO2? No, I didn't. That game was pretty cool, but it also came out at a rather unfortunate time. Boing. Well, the music stopped. That's nice. One-shotting every enemy doesn't seem like very much fun. Nope. Oh, you can charge the bow. Oh. I think I'm a little over-leveled for this, though. I want to say that I might... Because I've been here already in a different form, and I didn't finish it. So that might... I don't know if that was it, but this is, like, bab easy. We'll see. Next level I do. That was another minor complaint I had, is that the areas are fucking huge. Whereas, the smart thing with Diablo 2 is, like, you know, going down into the crypts. Floor 1. Floor 2. Floor 3. You're making progress. Here's a different environment. Here's a different thing to look at. Loot drops like crazy, so you're always able to look around and see if it's something you want. You might get that dopamine hit. This simplifies all of that. So... if it seems like I'm being unfair to this game... then, you know, I disagree. I think I'm just talking about it. Where do I go? Boing. I flip. Vinny, to be honest, though, your, Minecraft has to compete with Diablo 2, which is a high bar. Well, you know, games of a genre flock to genre. Vinny, are you okay? Yeah. Genesis Genesis wouldn't intend Genesis. Chat, do you think I've burst and nursed? No, I'm fine. This is normal. All normal things. I'm gonna go here. I'm not gonna, like, search any further. I want to get to a different place. The crypts are very, very, very tedious. These dudes with knives aren't in... or axes, rather. They're not in Minecraft, are they? Who are these lads? They are? Where? They're pillagers? Oh, the raiders, right? Okay. The Woodland Mansion. I did that last year. I forgot about it already. That's cool. Okay, now I'm getting close to dying a little bit. But yeah, I mean, someone said, "Oh look, armor you've seen already 100 times." Yeah, I mean, I want to be fair to the game, but also when you have other games that have so much stuff and so much variety, you know, when you play grindy games, the variety comes from the enemies, the loot. It's nice to have that, to keep you occupied, invested. So, you know, when you're playing a game like this, again, I'm not the target, I don't think I'm the target audience for this game. I think this is just like I said before, introduction to Dungeon Crawler. And it's perfectly competent. Plays good, looks good, it sounds, and it also... It's a game where you fight. There we go. Okay. I looked over at chat for 3 seconds. There is something aesthetically kind of calming about this game, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the lighting is... A podcast game is one way to describe this, but yeah, the lighting... Everything's like soft lit. So it's not like... I don't mean to just be all... Oh, it's the same armor again. I don't mean to be all negative, because there's definitely positives here. I think the positives are kind of obvious. You can see it. You can see what it does well. And you can probably now see what it doesn't do so well. But, I'm kind of here. I'm playing it. I'm clicking the buttons. And I feel like I might be alive. And that's cool, I guess. It's not bad. So it wants me to exit. I guess I have to just follow the arrow. No, this is a one-off. Okay, so what did I get here? I got this. Which has thorns or health synergy. When activating an artifact, you regain a small amount of health. Or, whenever you take damage, deal damage back. Okay. Here's a level 13 bow. Which doesn't have the big arrows, but it's got some good stuff in it. Charged shots deal more damage and have more pushback. Hitting an enemy has a chance to send it into a rage, making it hostile towards everyone. 20% chance to trigger. Delete your old gear to recoup the enchant points. Okay. Very expensive. The bone bow. What a shame. I don't want to get rid of the bone bow. Oh well. See ya, bone bow. Yeah, you get your gem back. Get rid of a bunch of stuff here. I still haven't seen any uncommon ones. It seems like most of these enchantments are just, like, super common. Game of the year, yes or no? Yes. Because Outer Wilds didn't come out this year. I never thought I'd be one of the people that would call that game... You know, game of the... I thought, like, that is like, okay, what is this hyperbole? Come on. And, you know, now I'm one of those people. See, this looks nice, too. If Minecraft had shaders that looked like this as a default, I'd be down. Well, I'm already down. Minecraft is fine, especially when you mod it a little bit with some nice visuals, but... Vinny, would it have made it into your Game of the Decade list? Yep. Mm-hmm. Outer Wilds? Absolutely. Yeah. If I played it last year, that would have been on the list, and it would have been pretty high on the list. It scratched every itch of what a story game should do in a topic that I love. That's what it did really well for me. So yeah, that'll be on the Game of the Decade list for 2020 to 2030. I will be 45 when that list... 44 when that list is made. I will be making the list from a ditch. In a van. Down by the river. Oh, sorry, that was me doing an impression of Bill Hader's impression of a tauntaun. What's going on here? So we got a fishing rod that's level 10 now. Which, this is a rare one. This fishing rod, common 10, is better than the rare one. And, yeah. Oh, great, another hunter's armor. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much for this lovely hunter's armor. Another one. Great. Fuck. So this got, for every 100 blocks explored on the map, you regain a small amount of health. When you're at full HP, you deal increased range and melee damage. And you burn enemies around you. Pumpkin pastures. Recommended power 10. Your power 10. Let's do that one. That sounds like a good one. What if Outer Wilds produced enough energy to send your GOTY pick back in time to 2019? Better recheck that list.
The Illager raids have roasted this once lush
like that.
land to ruin. Only one village remains unspoiled in this corner of the world. Make haste, hero. You must warn the villagers there of the battle to come. You are their only hope.
Yep, there's a story here. There's a narrator. I just killed a duck. Great. Okay, now it's getting a little nuts. See, so yeah, there's spellcasters that buff their allies, I'd imagine. That seems like what's happening. The fuck is this thing? I don't remember that from Minecraft. Vinny, how long has it been since you played Minecraft? 10 years? Last year around this time. Also, that Nether update does look cool, and people have requested that I stream it, but I'm not going to. Minecraft will kind of be a special occasion thing, and when maybe the game gets another big update, I'll check it out. So I'm just gonna wait, like, you know, not every update, but maybe every other, or maybe every 3 updates, I'll do a little stream of it. And if I get really into it, it could be like a full stream. But I've already done all the main stuff, and maybe I just set a goal, mod it. I'm not really sure. There's definitely stuff I could do with Minecraft. Minecraft is the type of game where, now that its reputation has returned to it on some level, as I said last year, thanks Fortnite for that. But Minecraft is the type of game that you could stream. If I were a Minecraft streamer, which perished the thought, but you could really kind of, with mods and setting your own goals, you could get 1,000 episodes out of it. And I think that's fine. I think people would still find ways to be invested if you keep it interesting. And they do. This already exists. This is not a new concept. People do this. And people like watching it. So, what about RimWorld? That's another Infinite game. I just think it's infinitely less watchable than Minecraft. You know, people don't have that connection to RimWorld like they do Minecraft, because it's fucking Minecraft. It was a phenomenon. It was the Simpsons of video games. Maybe not the Simpsons, but yeah, it was just a huge thing. It was a genre kind of defining moment, and a lot of people grew up with it and remember it fondly. Whereas RimWorld, I think, is just this expertly crafted, deep story generator of a game that, with mods, can also be 100% infinite. Someone said, I think RimWorld can develop that connection. Yeah, I think there are people that love RimWorld as much as I do, and other people, and probably love it as much as some people love Minecraft. It's one of those games where it's one of my favorite streams I've ever done. So obviously it had an impression on me. But it's just not on the same level as this, where, you know, global phenomenon and all that. So when is new RimWorld stream? Not for a long time, my friend. There are many, many other games I like to play. Excuse the yawns, chat. Excuse the yawns. Make no mistake, though. You know, I wouldn't have no problem going back to RimWorld. I just think that I would need a little time away from it. Chat needs a little time away from it. I mean, not everyone in chat, but in a general sense, like getting a feel for what the audience likes and, you know, how much of one game they can take. You know, people were ready, I think, and as well as I, for a new game. Rolling zaps 3 nearby enemies with lightning bolts. Ooh. Vinny gonna finish up Terraria? I did. I did, chat member. I didn't do every single thing in Terraria, but I did everything I wanted to do. I got the final bosses and all that. Zenith? That was maybe the one major thing that I didn't get that chat wanted me to get with the Zenith, yeah. Did Dreeb return home? Who knows? Only the next game will tell. Oof. Cool ship. This is another thing about this genre is I always found dungeon crawlers to be more fun when you play them with other people. So, I mean, it's just me. Someone said that's literally every game ever. I disagree. Nope. I don't agree with that. Yeah, solitaire. I think a lot of games are improved multiplayer, but boy do I love a good single-player story game. Multiplayer solitaire? That could probably work. With some modified rules. Yeah, I could see that working. Someone out there figured that out. I'll use Outer Wilds as an example again because it's fresh on my mind, but the feeling of isolation and solitude that game gives, and like these holy shit moments would not be as impactful multiplayer. I know there's probably a mod for multiplayer, but Subnautica, Outer Wilds, a lot of good story-based exploration games. Here's one, Metroid. Most of the Metroid series, especially like the Prime series, 1, 2, and 3, and Super Metroid, you know, most Metroid games work better single player, because half of the fun of those games is being alone on this alien planet, this creepy, weird alien planet. Just you, it's just Samus, and it's great. That's what got me so into the series when I was a kid, was the original Metroid. Oh fuck. The original Metroid scared me, because it was, like, you know, difficult and kind of imposing. Some new armor. It looks different. This is more of a melee armor, chat. This still has more health, so I'm gonna keep this one. Horror games become a comedy when multiplayer? Yeah, that's true. Unless it was designed for multiplayer. Some games are, you know, even horror games have their multiplayer versions. But yeah, I think I understand the sentiment, chat member, and I appreciate the launching point for a conversation. But I think a lot of games that are specifically designed for single player is, you know, they're better that way. They were intended to be that. So, but then you have games like this, Sea of Thieves, you know, Smash, and yeah, those are absolutely better multiplayer. I mean, there's a lot of games that people play that aren't maybe that good, and they just say, oh, it's better with friends. Like, isn't that, what game has that excuse? Like, the game's not that good, but I like it because it's better with friends. What is that? Like Borderlands, people say that? WoW, a lot of them. Resident Evil 5 is a prime example of that. Resident Evil 5 is the #1 example of... Even I've said that. I played through that whole game co-op, and it was a fucking great time. But I would not go back and replay that game on my own. Mario Party? Yeah, Mario Party doesn't really work single player. Fallout 76. I know that game is a joke, but when I first played it with Great Zot, I think Gear and Jeff, I forget who else I played it with, but there were a couple cool moments here and there. I mean, I fell off really hard. I didn't really feel like continuing that game. But I get the sentiment of, oh, it's Fallout with multiplayer. I just wish it was done better. you know, me and my adopted online son, we enjoyed it together. For the chat members that are confused and think I'm literally talking about an adopted son, it's a joke. It's a joke. I should also mention that not every lyric on the album Realign is some deep insight into my psyche, nor are they all about me. Just keep that in mind, because I had people wondering why Tired of Love was about me. I've also had people... It's funny because I wrote a song called Lyanna, about Lyanna Stark from Game of Thrones. And I had people trying to find out, like, Vinny, are you dating someone named Lyanna? Who is she? I gotta find out who she is. Dude, it was a fictional character. So, just a side note for when the album comes out on Friday. Vinny, you mean you weren't captured by the Viet Cong? That was a lyric in one of my songs on the autobiographical Blood Bagel about how I was a clown that had a hernia, that had a hemorrhoid in a ball pit, had a fear of clowns, and a therapist told me to take a shit in a ball pit. Very, very autobiographical album. I became the clown. Yeah, the truth is, the theories about Jon Snow's parents were really cool. And I liked a lot of the theories of what the Song of Ice and Fire story could become. And something about Lyanna Stark just kind of, I thought it was really cool. Like the fact that this big mystery was in the books. And it was kept secret, and people kind of put clues together. I was like, no, but maybe. Wow, the implication of that is amazing. I was like, oh my god, the story is incredible. Oh, it's gonna take such a twist when it's revealed who Jon Snow is. And then remember when it didn't? And nothing meant anything, really? Oh. Those are good times. Do you remember when the thing we had most to complain about was Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and Game of Thrones? That was a lot of interesting things. We got an enemy here. Yeah, Benioff and Weiss, that was the question, was who's Jon Snow's mother? George R. R. Martin, before he gave the rights over, wanted to know if they knew. And they got it right. And I really think they nailed the first 4 seasons. Even some of 5 and 6 are really, really good. But, yeah, I don't know, maybe it's hubris, the sheer fucking hubris. Maybe it's laziness, maybe it's ego. I don't know. There's probably a case study that could be done on what happened to Game of Thrones. As much as future generations will study Rise of Skywalker. And how it is the perfect example of how not to do a trilogy. Which is to say, you know, go in without a plan. And again, I blame Rian Johnson as much as I blame JJ. Because even if Ryan tried to say something with his movie... I can't believe we're doing this again. The point is, it's not really... Rise of Skywalker isn't its own catastrophe. There was preceding catastrophes that led to that movie. So, I feel like it's going to be studied in film school. And Game of Thrones is going to be studied as how not to end a series and how not to adapt when you run out of material. So, someone said agree to disagree. Alright. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that as opposed to, you know, arguing and, you know, whatever, like being shitty about it. I mean, fair enough. My problem with the Star Wars trilogy, the sequel trilogy, the seeds were planted with not having a plan. JJ did a fine job bringing things up to date. And then, I feel like Rian Johnson left nowhere to go. And then JJ was like, well, let's pretend that movie didn't happen, or we'll actively give the finger to it. And it just turned into a fucking mess. And Game of Thrones ran out of material and tried to end the show the way the books were supposed to end, but by then the show was different than the books, and it should have ended maybe in its own way. And, you know, with a little bit more love and care and attention, maybe less dumb action nonsense schlock, and, you know, more focus on these characters that we spent 9 years with. Game of Thrones, for me, was like if Lord of the Rings ended with Frodo nutting into Mount Doom, keeping the ring, killing Gollum, and then, like, you know, just becoming king of the Shire, and Sam becoming a warlord. Like, that's what the ending of Game of Thrones felt like. And Aragorn jumping over a hill, and that's it. He just jumps over a hill, the end. Doesn't become the king. Grima Wormtongue ends up becoming, like, the steward of the kingdom. Maybe he becomes the master of coin. He goes back to being a ranger again. Yeah, like, he doesn't, like, live up to his destiny. He decides to just become a ranger and abandons, like, everyone and everything. Yeah. Just make him the Lord of Highgarden, sure. Gandalf becomes the king of Middle-earth, because no one has a better story than Gandalf the White. Alright, well, actually, I think he would make a good king. Never mind, that's fine. Gandalf becomes a Facebook conspiracy theorist. Holy shit, chat member, that's good. That's really good. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
You don't need to wear the mask. Middle Earth is flat, you know.
Yeah, he joins Saruman and they start the Middle Earth, the flat Middle Earth society together. Sickles. I got sickles. That's fucking... Alright, right? Got a fucking sickle? Guy's coming at you with a fucking sickle, right? Flaming Quiver gives you burning arrows, so that goes into that slot. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Sauron lives in a 5G tower. It's got a big eye on it, sure. Sure. That's hilarious. Thank you, chat member. That was good. I needed that laugh. Yeah, Lord of the Rings was a thing that really ended in a I love the way Lord of the Rings ends. All the arcs are satisfying. It's bittersweet. You know, there's a happy ending, but Frodo really can't ever be the same. The Shire will never be the same. You know, the age of the elves is at an end. It's now the age of men. You know, it's up to men to figure things out. And you know, humans and not elves and not dwarves, and it's really quite sad because then, you know, Milli Vanilli happened a couple thousand years after that. So that's a shame. But I do love the way it ends. I always get, like, kind of teary-eyed for Return of the King, but I'll tell you what, especially you bow to no man. Didn't need to be subversive. What was subversive was the way, spoilers for fucking Lord of the Rings, I guess, was the way Frodo takes the ring as far as he can, you know, in his ass, like Christopher Walken said. And he succumbs because no one can resist the ring. And the only way the ring is destroyed is because Gollum is able to, you know, his greed and his obsession with the ring. They get into a fight, and the ring is destroyed because Gollum was left alive by Frodo. That is a good subversion. The fact that, you know, Frodo staying his hand and not killing and taking pity on Gollum eventually leads to the ring being destroyed by its own avarice is just fucking phenomenal. You have satisfying character arcs. I mean, in the movies, there's different character arcs because it's more dramatized. In the books, a lot of these characters read like mythical legends, and, you know, you don't really get a lot of development for some of them, but it's great. It's just great. I love what they did, what Tolkien was able to do, and even what Peter Jackson was able to do with the adaptation for Lord of the Rings, to turn it into a nice, satisfying conclusion without trying to subvert expectations because we need a twist. Like M. Night Shyamalan. We don't, you know, none of that. The twists are natural extensions of the characters and the direction the story was going in from the beginning. Which is where Game of Thrones ended up failing. I don't know if I've had this conversation on stream, and I apologize if I did in the past, but it is a topic I like talking about because it's fun. It's interesting. I like it. It's a good critical lens into what makes fiction work or not work. And, you know, you didn't need to have Jaime Lannister have a big, giant character arc that seemed like it was going someplace and then just, never mind. Why did you do it, Kingslayer? Because I wanted to save the people of King's Landing. And then, fast forward to Season 8. I never gave a shit about the people of King's Landing. Alright, well, okay. If it wasn't funny, I'd be crying. No, it's... The entertainment from me... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. The entertainment, obviously the fiction that I enjoyed so much was not concluded in a satisfactory way. Maybe I am a big baby man for crying about it, but the truth is, it's just fiction. It's not something that changed my life or ruined my life. It's just something I liked. You know, it sucks that it ended, but the true entertainment value has come from making fun of it and watching other people make fun of it. The Plinkett reviews have brought me so much entertainment. For example, that even if something ends up being bad, at least I know we can still get, like, good entertainment out of it. And there's a lesson to be learned, too. You know, you can learn a lesson. And, like, you can learn how to do things better for other stuff, maybe. So, you know, I have no problem with the way Game of Thrones... I mean, it sucks it ended like that. I hope George actually finishes his books. But at the same time, it's provided lots of good conversation and lots of entertainment value.
You did it, and the villagers of the pumpkin pastures go on to fight another day.
Really quick, describe the plot of this game you're playing right now. I skipped a lot of it. I can't. I don't know what the plot is. Save the villagers. There's an evil force that's taken over the kingdom. That's my guess. The longbow is better for hunting. Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, this is like a constant, like, getting rid of weapons kind of deal here, so you can get back your coin. I don't even know why I called it a coin. It's not a coin. But in some ways, I think that's kind of cool because you're always getting new equipment, and you're not bogged down by one specific thing. This has 2 enchantments. That's kind of neat. Yeah, we'll get the... This does less damage, but it's got 2 enchantments. So we can do multi-shot. Grants the chance to fire 5 arrows at once. That sounds cool. And also supercharge, or piercing, or radiance. It spawns a circular area that heals all allies within. Sadly, since I'm playing alone, that's probably not going to work, so we'll do supercharge. There's enough here to keep you busy. I was gonna say to keep kids busy, but no, there's enough here to sink your teeth into if you just want some mindless, like, combat. I guess. Random artifact. Corrupted beacon. Fires a high-powered beam that continuously damages mobs. Oh, the feather's like another dodge. So you get like a dodge on top of your dodge when you're dodging. My arrows are pretty cool now. Is there a vanity tab? So you can look like Vivi? I wish. Oh, actually, yeah, there is. I've got a baby chicken, and I've got a hero cape. Or a parrot. But, yeah, not much in the way of cosmetics, as far as I can tell. Is this my house? Whose house is this? Yep. There's my hogs. That's my AI dungeon hog farm. Are these better sickles? No. Maybe they have better enchants, though. Poison Cloud, Stunning. These have Sharpness, causing it to deal more damage, or Echo. Echo's really, really good for a fast weapon like this, so we'll get that. Next mission is the swamp. I think. Or the redstone mines, or the canyon. Let's do... Then he raised difficulty. I'll do the swamp. This is almost in the garden. The music, listen. You have to... these are like the acts. So you can't do that until you defeat the main baddie. But you can continue to select, you know, difficulties here. So listen to the progression. Very slow in the garden. How dare they?
A coven of wicked witches live at the heart of the sinister swamp. They conjure up all manner of brews to empower the Arch-Illager and his ever-growing army. If you don't find and defeat those witches, the Illagers will be unstoppable. But tread carefully. The swamp is home to many horrors.
Yep. Yeah, good mushrooms. Again, you know, if actual Minecraft looked like this a little bit more, that would be cool. But I'm ready for Minecraft 2, which is Hylix. Sorry, not Hylix. What the fuck is it? Hytale. The faces look a little weird in Hytale, but some of those visuals look real nice. Vinny knows about Hytale? Yeah, I do. Hang on one second, chat. Hootie was here. I missed him. I want to say hi to Hootie. Yeah, he was here. It's like an hour ago. Shit. And his blowfish. Vinny used the beacon. What beacon? This? Holy shit. Talk about an amazing soundtrack, by the way. Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings. Especially the beacon lighting. Art of the Score did a little, like, mini bit on it, talking about how, like, the music kind of starts a little minor in the minor key, and then kind of it teeters on the edge of, oh, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Then it goes minor again, then maybe a little major for a bit, and minor again, then a little major. It's like, is it gonna happen? And then you get to the King theme, the Return of the King, like actual motif, when the final beacon is lit and it works. And it's just so satisfying. It's unbelievable. I thought you were going to talk about the Leonard Nimoy Hobbit album for a sec there. In the land of the Shire, there was once a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins. His name was Bilbo Baggins, bravest little hobbit of them all. I don't remember the fucking melody for the verse, and I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but I know that part. Oh, I screwed up the beacon. So Theo is in chat. Theo, appreciate you, you know, telling the Outer Wilds writer about my stream. That's one of the perks of this, is that I get to sometimes play a game and the developer is like, thank you so much, like, for, you know, playing the game, or I get a chance to actually tell someone that worked on the game how much I love their work. That is a huge bonus. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I streamed Hylix 2. On the Full Sauce video today, I forget his first name, but Chuck, I believe it is, Chuck Salomon, who did the music for a lot of Hylix 2, said that he was really happy that I'm playing the game, and that he was happy that I enjoyed his music. Oh, that was awesome. Game's getting a little more difficult now, obviously. Having raised the difficulty to one power level above my own. My dad worked on Command & Conquer, was excited to hear you were playing it. Oh, cool. One of the best remasters maybe I've played ever. Do I believe this chat member that his dad worked on Command & Conquer? Yeah, why not? It's my birthday. I'll let it slide. Not actually my birthday, by the way. Vinny, why not? Because everyone's dad or uncle works at Nintendo. And because when you have, like, a name in a Twitch chat, it's exceedingly easy to make something up. Ooh, crossbow. So yeah, so that's a cool thing. Apparently the H3 hot dogs, horseshoes, hand grenades dev was at my stream on 4th of July. That's another cool thing. Because I really respect the hell out of the developer, especially how much fucking content is in that game and how much care and attention went into every minute detail of that game. The fact that he was watching my stream, watching me fumble with the M1 Garand, is just... That's fucking awesome. And then I scream cock at the top of my lungs, and the developer gets to see that. That was a very timely level up, chat. This game got better. Yeah, it's better when you crank the difficulty up a little bit. Definitely. Got like a regular-ass glaive. Defeating a mob heals you a small portion of the mob's max health. The music sounds a bit like Never Gonna Win from Kerosene. Oh, yeah! Oh. So they stole In the Garden. Who made the music for this game? Wait a minute. It's different. It's not really... It's in the ballpark, but... At least he didn't, you know, they didn't write Come As You Are again.
Damn! Yes, you were! Yes, you were! Yes, I want you to be! This.
I mean, I've also had Nirvana melodies like kind of slip into my other songs too. Like even in the Garden, the vocal melody definitely has shades of the song "Drain You." I mean, Nirvana was my first band. I listened to them almost obsessively for the first, you know, for like since from 1995 to like 97 or 8. You know, it was just like obsessive. There's no doubt that a lot of Kurt's vocal melodies, which I think was, by the way, his strongest asset. Not just, you know, his songwriting in general, but I think his vocal melodies might have been his strongest asset as a songwriter. There's no doubt that some of that stuff slips into my music. I can't help it. I wish I could, I can't. You know what? I don't wish I could help it. I'm glad it's in there. Because that's one of my influences. And I think the dude was a talented songwriter, and he had a vibe that was oft copied by shit like Seether in a fucking weird, like, way that, I don't know, that felt forced. I'm not trying to force it. So if it's in there, subconsciously, if it comes out every now and then, I'm fine with that. Oh, fuck. That was close. Almost died there. Someone said, I think it's unavoidable to stumble upon melodies in different versions since there's a finite amount. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like, for me when I write something, I'm like, is this something else? And sometimes it's a little bit, and like with Realign, no one told me until the song was done and recorded. And then it was like, oh, by the way. And I was like, oh, you're fucking right. But even then, it's different enough. It's unavoidable. I try to make songs as much my own as possible. But I'm more than happy to, you know, if there's something that sounds I've written stuff that sounds really, really close to stuff like Jackson Browne. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just rewrite a Jackson Browne song? And then that stays on the cutting room floor. You know, that's the stuff I try to avoid developing further. But if it's good, and it has a little shade of something else, like Danny California did with Tom Petty, then I think it's not worth losing something good that you like. That's my opinion on it. I don't know if that would hold up in the court of law, but... But that's another reason why, going back to movie soundtracks, I love John Williams so much. John Williams and Uematsu for Final Fantasy, two of my favorite composers. They're very melodic composers. It's not that I don't appreciate a good Hans Zimmer score, or like, you know, more ambient. I think the type of movie that you get that stuff in, it's important to fit the movie. But I love melody. And, stuff like Han Solo and the Princess from Empire, like the main love theme, I think that can really make me emotional. It's just a small little melody. Here's the most injured ally nearby, including yourself. Okay. Requires souls? Oh, those little lads. Yeah, the little lads. Okay, but why is love such an ugly 5-letter word? To be frank, Zimmer wrote Pirates of the Caribbean, which is definitely an earworm. Yeah, no, Hans Zimmer is an amazing, amazing composer, and he doesn't need to always do melody. He knows, like, when to keep it simple. Sometimes a 4-chord progression can be enough. See Batman. But Pirates of the Caribbean is extremely melodic and catchy. It's just, I think a lot of what he gets associated with now is, like, what's his name, Nolan. And a lot of that stuff is just pop, 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 pop. He didn't write Pirates of the Caribbean. That was James Horner. Who wrote Pirates of the Caribbean? Nixon music. Pop, 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 pop. That's right, Fry. Zimmer did write that. James Horner wrote some great stuff too, like the stuff he did for... Was it Jerry Goldsmith or James Horner that wrote the Star Trek The Next Generation theme? I forget. Chat doesn't even know. This sounds like Trolls and Goblins. No, it doesn't. I think a really smart decision for, I'll talk about movies a little bit. I don't know, maybe there's more I could talk about in terms of Minecraft, but I think I've worn out the Minecraft thing, but I want to mention one more score, which I think is unbelievably good. Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. Star Trek, the motion picture, had a great soundtrack. I think that was Horner or Goldsmith, whatever, I'm not sure, but it, especially the dry dock scene where it leaves the Enterprise leaves the dock, it was like, you know, that became the Next Generation theme. But that movie was a bit divisive and slow and plotting, a little thought-provoking, but also a little clumsy. It's a good... I still think it's one of my favorite Star Trek movies, but it's got some problems. So for Star Trek II, they went more swashbuckling. Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, is a pirate movie in space. And the soundtrack reflects that. And it's so great. So they made it less boring, more action, more Star Wars, but also like kind of a pirate feels more. Again, the word swashbuckling, and I love that. I think that's a great decision to go from the movie that really didn't quite work for a lot of audiences to go to a more action, more exploration, like kind of, well, it was a revenge movie more than anything. It really worked. It was just a fucking amazing soundtrack. And, you know, you'd have the temptation to maybe go more like sci-fi, you know, and not do a classical score. I mean, hell, John Williams was a risky choice for the original Star Wars because sci-fi, at the time, full orchestras, apparently, I just learned this recently, weren't in vogue. So, what was going on in the late 70s was more like, you know, songs. Or for sci-fi stuff, it was weird sounds. Just weird... whatever. Maybe synthesizers. Oh my god. That's lame. So even getting John Williams, like, apparently Lucas was gonna do classical music. And a lot of the temp tracks ended up inspiring John Williams. But I just think that's really cool. And he brought back, in many ways, that movie with its whole style, like its throwback to, like, the serials of the 40s and 50s. And its soundtrack brought back orchestration into soundtracks, which then became, like, really popular, especially with the new, like, Hollywood, like, Spielbergs and De Palmas and shit like that, Scorsese. So, John Williams, in many ways, revolutionized movie soundtracks. Again, The Art of the Score is a great podcast. If you have any interest in this shit, it's a really fun rabbit hole if you like music and if you like movie scores. It's nice to focus on positive, nice things, is what I want to say. It's been good for me to focus on nice, positive things. Are you enjoying the game as something to talk over? Yeah, I mean, I could talk over a lot of different... you know me, I'm stubborn, I'll talk over whatever, but sure. It's also getting pretty late, so I want to wrap this mission up. I have to be careful sometimes, because I can be really quiet around, like, friends, but there are times where I find myself, like, defaulting to stream mode when I'm excited about a topic. Yeah, the game gets pretty good when you have the difficulty up and you start doing some of the later levels with more enemy variety. There's a secret cow level in this game, by the way. Oh. Level unlocked, Soggy Cave. I mean, if you don't want Diablo 2 comparisons, don't put in a cow level. There we go. A cool thing about, just back to music for a second, like, a cool thing about FL Studio and, like, a DAW, having lots of different, like, VSTs or, like, really good, synthesizers, is you can almost, like, you almost have your own orchestra. And, like, it's easy to stack different sounds. It's kind of fun when you start getting into it. Speaking of weird sounds, here's some. Shit. Game over next time I die. Oh, fuck, chat. I'm dead. I thought this game was from Babbertsons too. Again, this would go a little smoother if I had an extra party member. These fucking gargles, please. I don't... It keeps healing too quickly. I don't have the ability to defeat this enemy. I wonder if I have any other gear that might be better for this. At least I could just run away. Greatly increases attack and movement speed. Kill the shit surrounding it. Drink the soup, its lifeblood. What? This is 61 health, this is 71 health, this is damage reduction. I'm gonna put on the scale mail. And I'm gonna get deflect. Deflect level 2 will be helpful. Wondering if I'm using the best weapon for this. Well, it's got leech. Upgrade the leech. Should probably. Projectiles deal more damage to enchanted enemies. Every few shots is a timed charge that explodes 1 second after impact. Firing a shot also fires a second shot at a nearby enemy. The second shot has reduced damage and boost. Shat. Alright, no rolling fire this time. This was a very good idea. The projectile bounce is really helping. I need, like, faster potions. Apples. The food does not restore enough HP. Okay, I think I can maybe do this, chat. I can do it. I can't believe this game turned into this. This got really tense. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. Uh-oh. I live. I'm like jostling these dead bodies over and over and over again. Okay. The laser is actually really great for this. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck the purple fire! Jesus. Not yet, not yet, not yet. All right. Holy shit. I can't believe this turned into that. Okay, fishing rod has a 2-second stun duration almost. 5-second cooldown and scatter crossbow this time. A shitty one. I'm voice cracking like crazy tonight, chat. Sure you've noticed. Yeah, this one's better. Well, yeah, I mean, I can see this actually ending up being pretty good with friends if you play on slightly higher difficulties. That was surprising.
Arch-Illager's potion supply is no more, and it'll be a long time before the witches recover from this blow. Well done.
Using 2 soul-based items isn't so great. I didn't even consider that. Another fishing rod. Ah. Better glaive, though. This one's got leeching, and it can have, like, rampaging, or weakening, freezing, slows mobs. Alright, yeah, this grew on me. I still don't think it's Diablo level, but, you know, that's not an easy thing to really aspire to. I don't think they were trying to do that. They're just trying to simplify it as much as possible. But it's that, you know, it's pretty good. The loot is getting a little bit more diverse. Some of the drops were more interesting in that previous level. I have a laser. So, yeah. Decent game. Kind of surprised at how much I ended up changing my opinion in just one stream of the game. If someone has never played a dungeon crawler, would this be a good start? Maybe. I mean, I still think you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options in this genre. But yeah, maybe? If you like Minecraft? Well, hey everybody, thank you for watching tonight's stream. I had a surprise special guest with Ross, and that was fun, and we got a chance to see a Star Fox-like game. And that was okay-ish. Appreciate you stopping by, as always. Thank you. Big fan of the slight delay on the drums, on the percussion in the song. It's even on the piano too. Well, it's not really a piano, is it? But piano-esque. Tommy made this. Note, I just did as you asked. Here's the new face. So I realized that the face that Tommy was drawing over and over again was actually the one from the fucking Vegemite video, I think. So it would stand to reason that this is happening now. Thank you, Tommy. You did well. Sock949 made this. It's Gordon. Yep. It's Gordon Ramsay feeding some food to Remy Lazar. Excuse me. Giving some fresh food. Delicious. Thank you for that. Here's one from Luke and Pera, and it's Map Man. Stay hydrated. I can't believe Map Man has become, like, next level. Map Man is... Not everyone knows about Map Man. Not everyone was watching them Command and Conquer. So Map Man is, like, kind of, you know, niche. Horsepaws made this. Hylix 2 art in the style of Shroom. Very nice. Well, Shroom in the style of Hylix 2. I like it. And Neo Skunk made some Hylix 2 art as well. There's Wayne. Strange mushroom hero. Cool. Grantendo made this. Ah, Colgesta. But, yeah, it's cool though. Thank you for the... I mean, technically, part of my job is to entertain, and that includes gestorial duties. So, it's not inaccurate. Thank you for the art. Ben C. Dev made a BRB. 3D. Floating. Little island, little shroom. I think that's really cool. The glowing shrooms are always a ticket to success for me. So I like that one, and we'll use it for a BRB, as I always say, but good job. Here's one from the best looper. It's me. I look like I have a stank face. It's tagged as Clubhouse Games 51, so maybe this is the face I'm making while I'm analyzing, you know, playing Connect 4. Chat seems to get this more than I do. It's an anime reference. Here's one from Bishin Gengar. It's cool. And this one's cool too. Splat. I like the color splats in the background, but it's a shroom. It's cute. Yeah, that's great. Here's one from Tubby Burrito. Thank you for that art. Good shroom. Chat when Vinny practically does anything. Does practically anything. Booty, Just Win, Forehead, CBT, Me, Yacht, Kriegaz, Vinny. That's wrong. Chat when Vinny gets personal. Yeah, it's true. I would say that this is pretty accurate. It's nice to, you know, it's nice to have that when people are real nice about stuff. It's nice when people are nice, is the sentence I just said. What the fuck is that? Let's say this. Okay, when I am a little bit more you know, real about stuff and people are chill about it and supportive, it's appreciated. That's the sentence that I wanted to say. So, it's true, and thank you. So here's one from Noxy Chew, and it's Whitney from Animal Crossing with a little heart.
Oh boy, I'm really tired tonight.
I'm tired. We are all just meat sacks trying to get through the world. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this is cool. Good art of Whitney. Really, like, high quality work here. Whitney's a good Animal Crossing villager. She's chill. She's very chill and she cares. And here's one from Noxy Chew as well. Here's the dress that Whitney was wearing. So there you go. That's a cool Vinesauce dress if anyone wants it for Animal Crossing. That's, like, really nice. I like the pattern. You got the dark shrooms in there, the light shrooms, you got the V. It's a really well thought out, well designed dress for Animal Crossing. It looks good. So, there it is if you need it, chat. Here's one from Noodle. And here's a That's great. That's perfect. Great animated noodling. Wait, Noodle? Yes, Noodle, that's your name. Good animated BRB, I appreciate. Good job. Here's some Star Fox 2 music. Recognized it, but only vaguely. I knew the sound font more than the actual song. It's one of those things where I only played Star Fox 2 a couple times. And, I just wish it... Did anyone hack that game to have a better frame rate? Let's continue. Yes? Oh. Zombie Cola made this. It's yam time. But yeah, that's really cool. There's my Gretsch. There's some really interesting psychedelic visuals here. And I like it. Kind of similar to the Realign video. That's very, very nice traditional art. Appreciate it. Shangwin made this. You take a bath with hogs. Oh, this is real. This happened during the AI dungeon moment. And also the hog, notice the hog is one of these beautiful creatures. Look at these absolutely, like, glorious vestiges of beauty. So, excellent illustration of something that no one ever needed to see. Thank you. Here's one from Maw of the Sun. Here's Dedu's Moln, Wayne Larva, and Pongorma from Hylix 2. It's always nice to see Hylix 2 art, especially just because these characters are really just, they lend themselves to really weird art. So, cool. Emma31503 made some art of Ross's Kirby versus my plant. That's cool. It says here, you got your ass kicked in the first half. Well, they didn't say exactly that. And I did better the second half. I did. But those are fun matches. Ross has got a pretty mean Kirby. Bengo Bongo 14 made this. Remy Lazar, Mr. Frank, and Humphrey. Dracula X music, very good. Mr. Frank, I guess you could kind of almost do the Mr. Frank being Frank Reynolds. That kind of works. Humphrey, notice... Why is Humphrey just not here? Not here? Wait, what? Humphrey was never real. He didn't exist. That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. possibly platypus, most likely not real. Kawaii Kiwi made this. Here's some Hylix 2 art of Wayne. It's fucking mental. I like the lines. I guess that's how you would say that. Excellent. Tommy made this using his new face that he drew, as you can see. It's just Hylix. Jeez. It's good. Form Space Chaos made this. It's good. Good content. Here's me. Thank you. And from Badder Vibes, here's Ross's Kirby versus my hero. Australian accent Pollo. I mean, it's funny because, yeah, Ross, like, in the same way you can kind of hear some of my New York accent here and there, I only ever hear Ross's Australian accent come out in a couple words every now and then, but it's mostly fucking gone, which is impressive. Like Limes, yeah, Limes doesn't really have much of the accent anymore. But, anyway, I like this art. I'll show Ross. Hunter Kane made this. Here's... What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, it's art. It's Foot Kirby's always art. Sin V made this one, and here's Squirtle versus Hero from the end of the night. Very good. Stop. Jump twice. Teabag twice. Now die. I mean, it was cool that, you know, we ended up randomly matching. I guess it's not random if you're trying to match with the streamer, but regardless, anyway. Limes is English, but she sounds mostly American because she mainly talked to Americans online growing up. That's true. But yeah, so there you go, everybody. That's the stream. Thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate the support, the kindness. It's been really nice lately. Thank you for, you know, helping make the stream a good place for me to be on a daily basis. I really do appreciate that. So, have a good night. Take care, and see you probably tomorrow. And then Thursday will be maybe an early stream before the Redvox stream at, I believe, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Redvox Band Twitch channel. So, I might just do a little early stream that day. But Wednesday will be the, you know, will be the thing. I'll probably tweet it out. Yeah, and also, the album is going to be on Bandcamp if you want to support it directly. You can download it, you know, wherever you want. If you can't afford it, no problem. I know times are tough. I'm doing okay financially. If you want to pirate it, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I'll make it real cheap on Bandcamp, like $2 or $3 or something. And maybe, you know, I'll go for $2. And that way when the vinyls and the merch comes out, if you want to get that, that's cool, because you'll actually get something physical from that. But don't worry about the money stuff. Like, if you find, like, if you just want to listen to it on Spotify and YouTube, that's fine too. I make it because I love making it and because I have stuff that I need to do. So I don't really need to become a big, rich and famous whatever. I just want to make the music. So it'll be like maybe $2 on Bandcamp, and then the rest, if you find a way to download it for free, that's cool too. You know, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm good. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Mods, thank you. As always, artists, thank you. And if you want to check out my mod stream, you can just wait here for AutoHost. You know the drill. AutoHost will randomly take you to a lot of good streamers that I host here on this channel. People that help me out on a daily basis, and I appreciate them very much. So, appreciate that they're here like almost every night. It's you know, Good lads. Thank you, lads. And good night, everybody else. Take care. See you next time. See you soon. Goodbye.